There we go. Hello, pod smashers of the internet, and welcome to another 80-bit live gameplay stream. I think that's what we're calling those things these nights. I am your host, Termite, and tonight I am going to be exploring Psychosis with Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, a game developed by Ninja Theory. I'm playing on the PlayStation 5. It is a PS4 back-compat title. And, kind of a crazy game. Scary. By crazy, I just mean a lot going on. But because this game is revolutionizing mental health, or at least revolutionizing the way video games can portray and represent mental health issues, is unprecedented. And I wanted to explore it tonight, maybe get a little scared, and maybe see what it's like to explore something like Psychosis through the lens of someone who suffers from that mental disability. So it is a very valid thing, it's a very real thing, and a serious thing. Ninja Theory did great to work with mental health professionals to kind of iron out the truth about how they would experience the world, how very different it is. Sometimes the struggle with reality and seeing things differently is not communicated well and not looked at very well with our world the way that it is. So this one does it justice. It does it right, and I like it. So here I am to explore. I'm going to be following some walkthroughs because I have to get the collectibles. You know how it is. There's Lorestones everywhere, and I'm really bad at the puzzles. So I have to figure out Hellblade, Lorestones. I am following PowerPix's guide. You may or may not hear. I think I have the speakers muted. Nope. There we go. So you should only hear me in the game. You should not be able to hear the speakers if I play a video, I hope. But I will need someone in chat to tell me. We will figure that out in a moment. Alright, it looks like this is where I'm supposed to go. Under the bridge. Down and around. Continue to go under that.
Another gate. She needs to find it.
So I'm playing with headphones, and this game is also legendarily known for its like sound processing and how like 3D positional audio works. You can hear stuff all around you, and it's eerie how good it is. It's really good. Still trying to figure out the story. It's kind of a Nordic mythology, like very God of War-esque. But you can tell there's lots of voices in here, whispers.
The Northmen believe that the world will be destroyed someday. They call it Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods.
I'm probably just going to be quiet mostly through the story segments so we can experience it together.
A monstrous wolf will swallow the sun, and the gods will fight in vain against their enemies. There is nothing they can do to prevent it, but Odin ever seeks knowledge and magic, hoping to find a way to postpone that dark day.
Okay, alright. Where's the next one? Alright, looks like a house. Looks just like Kratos' house. Alright, so we'll just keep playing. And I might have to switch tabs and watch a different video on how to solve some of the puzzles, because it gets crazy difficult for me. And I have no patience for difficult puzzles. So we shall see as we explore the fire trail. I think I'm about a third of the way through the game. It's not supposedly a very long game, and the trophies are super simple. All you gotta do is find all the things.
Fire sacrifices, burning slaves like me to reveal the path to Surt. I searched for meaning in their suffering, in their eyes, but they just screamed like helpless pigs.
So I already did this. Already did that. And that opened up a gate down here, I think. There's a couple other gates around. That's where I came from. So I need to figure out where to go. Figure out where to go. Let us see. Let us see where to go. So I can't. Alright, let's see what's going on with this gate.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
Right, last time I had to look at a fire and then that gate burned away. So I'm gonna go find a walkthrough so I can knock this out and kind of stay consistent. Whoa, whoa. Alright, let's see. I did that. Yep, I did that. Alright, I did that. I think I did that. This is what, once I get settled, we'll get moving again. Okay, so this is where I am now. Second fire gate. That's where I'm standing. Awesome. Yep, right here. Cool. So let's just pressing on. Sometimes I sing on my streams too, whenever I think of songs. So we're gonna keep on rolling. Looks like we're gonna go this way. We're gonna follow the path over here to this. We're gonna go to the left, in through that cave area that I was just in, making big old circles, moving things around. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Senua's Sacrifice, a game that is all about communicating how someone with psychosis experiences the world, and set in Norse mythology. Sounds like fun, right? I think so. Trying to figure out the puzzles, following a couple of walkthroughs to make sure I get all the collectibles and get the 100% going on. Focus on this. Tons of fun. Have you played this game, T-Bone? I don't know how Twitch would do the audio processing, but if you can experience the audio the way I am, it's pretty wild. The 3D positional audio is pretty great. And if you can hear the game and my voice and all that stuff, there's a chance for you to watch it. Check it out here. I don't know how much of a spoiler it'll be. I'm about a third of the way through the game, so I'm just like in the middle. Yikes. Again, Psychosis makes it so you don't really, you don't know what's reality and what's not. So you can see all these like illusions happening and stuff. You hear a lot of voices in your head. So that's pretty crazy. Okay, so all of that, I guess, was a vision. It was maybe not reality either. Now I'm back to reality. I don't know. Some of the puzzles in this game are really hard because you have to look around. And the reality of the world around you changes as you look around. So stuff opens up, new paths and stuff, which makes solving the puzzles pretty hard. So I've got some YouTube videos up so I can not be stuck for hours trying to figure stuff out. Is this not open? What? I'm so confused. I'm very confused now. Huh. I went through that sequence. But for what? Just to come back up. This game is intense. So that's the first gate I came through. Trying to solve the puzzle of the second gate. And this is just straight up locked. So you'll see a little head on her left hip, or on her left butt cheek, whatever you want to call it. That is the head of her husband that she is taking on this journey with her to deliver it. And I don't really know a whole lot more than that. I don't know if he was murdered, or if she killed him. I have no idea. Penguin has played this game and has probably remembered a lot more of the story than I do, even though I am actively playing it. It is a... I have it set on easy mode, so it's one of those just like story games. I can relax. Except for the difficulty of the puzzles, like I am running around trying to figure out where to go. But it's not difficult. I'm not going to worry about dying a bunch of times. It's fine. And it's a very story-heavy game, so... And it's pretty. It's a good-looking game. Again, developed by Ninja Theory, which is now a Microsoft studio, and it's been in the headlines lately because there is a ray-traced next-gen version of this available for Xbox Series X, but not for PlayStation 5, and they have no plans to extend that version to PS5. I don't blame them. They don't have any reason to do so, since the studio is now a Microsoft-owned studio. But I wish. I do wish. So did I like... Did I not go fast enough? Do this sequence? Because now I'm doing this again. I already did this once. Yeah, I thought I did all this. Oh.
Your gods answer your prayers, Senua. I asked the gods for mercy, all of them, even theirs. None answered. In the end, I set myself free. Defy the gods, Senua. Find your own path, like I find mine.
Oh.
My gods abandoned me. I am alone.
This game was on sale. I think I spent like $8 on it or something during one of the sales that were happening. So I don't feel super bad.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
Where? Ah, there's the house. I figured out where to go. Alright, there's another collectible over here. Well, it's a stone that tells you a story. And I'm going to look like I know where I'm going because I'm following videos.
The Northmen say that at Ragnarok, the sons of Muspel will travel to battle in the ship called Naglfar, the corpse ship. And when the sons of Muspel leave the ship and ride to battle, it will be as though the sky had split open, and Surt will lead them. Wherever he goes, flame will erupt before him, and fires will burn behind him.
Usually Ragnarok, right? The end of the world. According to Norse mythology. Man, God of War, Hellblade, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Lots of people jumping on that Norse mythology bandwagon. Alright, let's see. Maybe I have to go through the house. Let's go through the house. Doop, doop, doo. Trying to get some people in chat so we can talk about some things. See how the week has been going. How's everybody doing and what's everybody playing. Love to chat about those things while I continue my journey through this game. This is where I started. This game is great at running you in circles. Alright, so there's some runes here. This is where stuff gets crazy with the Psychosis stuff. So I have to find
The Northmen of
those
hell
runes
worship the devourers,
by analyzing the environment.
insatiable gods of darkness. I come from Erin, Senua, where I once followed my own gods, the Tuatha De
Got
Danann.
one?
Why did you abandon your gods?
Senua, I was a man of knowledge, not a warrior. To survive, I did things. Bad things.
Ugh.
Like you, Senua. The man I once was has died. And when that happens, even gods you worship can die with you.
Oh, wow. It's like in the ground. I would have never found that. So, awesome. There is combat in this game. Still grinding this guy at 6 and rolling along. Outriders, probably about halfway through the story, give or take. I need to jump into Outriders as well. I thought about playing that tonight instead of this, but I really want to knock this out because it's like low-hanging fruit. This is a short, easy finishing platinum, so I was going to do this and then start pushing on Outriders. I want to play. Okay. I came through here. Oh, right. This will open that gate. Probably another fire sequence that I have to go through. Let's get back to that gate. Yeah, Penguin's still new to the Outriders thing. He needs to get on it. I'm all about it. James and Kyle have it. Jimothy, as Penguin says. So I guess this is like a timed run. At least it seems like it. Because I'm liking Outriders, I just need to play more of it. This is intense. This has like Max Payne vibes. There's voices everywhere yelling at me to run. Why can't I go this way? Oh, shoot.
Winning.
Oh no.
Get up quick. Get out of the way.
What happened? Oh no. It's the first time I've died, so I don't know what happens when you die. There's this, yeah, like your body becomes covered in this black stuff, and if you keep dying over and over again, you lose all your progress. You start completely over. That's why I put it on easy, because I don't ever want that to happen. So I guess I have to go back through that fire sequence again. Dang it. I didn't expect combat. Max Payne was awesome. You can get it on PS4. It's trophies. If that's a game that needs like a full-blown remake, that'd be awesome. As long as they can do it in the spirit of the original and make it like this, that'd be cool. I mean, the guy was addicted to painkillers. He watched his family get murdered, including his baby. It's pretty deep. And it had the whole, like, noir graphic novel thing going on for it. Sweet. Like I said, I don't know what sounds are coming through on Twitch, but I'm hearing voices in the back of my head, complete surround sound going on through my normal stereo headphones. It's pretty remarkable what they're doing with the sound engine. There we go. That's what I should have done to begin with. I got caught off guard.
Behind you. Behind you.
Alright, there's this focus mode
Fight again. Spill their blood.
where it slows everything down.
Don't let them get behind you. Don't let them surround you.
I guess I took care of that. Awesome. Perfect.
You say your world has collapsed. Good. Let it collapse, and have the courage to shed your tears. Raise your world to a cry!
My world is dead.
Only then, as with a newborn, will you see the world anew.
No.
So far, I don't feel like this game is scary, per se. But I do hear all the voices in my head, so it's definitely eerie, for sure. This little slowdown is brought to you by YouTube. So I am watching a video to find out where the Lorestone is, and look at that, it's right there. Ba-bow!
The Northmen say that what we see as a rainbow is the bridge that goes from the world of men to the world of the gods. For now, they say the frost giants and the mountain giants cannot cross it. But they say that when Ragnarok comes, not a thing in this world will be safe. The Rainbow Bridge will break under the onslaught of the
The Rainbow
fire
Bridge is
giants
called what in the
riding on
MCU?
flaming
With
steeds.
Thor and the...
Senua, I
don't remember the name of it.
The fire of Surt spread far and wide, and to our lands. Ragnarok is coming.
So the ring around the outside, all the red, is the collectibles I have not collected yet. So that's why I say I'm about a third of the way through the game, because you can see the collectibles I've gotten. That's what I'm going by. For what that's worth. Alright, let's keep looking around, see what I can do. There's a new Rune Puzzle I have to solve. It's over here, but I passed it when I was trying to get this. So let's go see. Oh, there's one of them right there. That's definitely an answer to the Rune Puzzle. I feel like I need to get some more drink. Mine ran out. Oh, I ran in circles. Maybe I don't need more drink. I only had one. I am extraordinarily excited for the Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut coming out in 9 days. I'm all about getting on
Tell me truth.
the new island
How did you
and
escape
checking out the
that?
story content. I'm totally going to get it day one.
Find my
I'm hoping I can
purpose.
get some time to play
I
it.
was no longer enslaved.
I'm very excited about it.
Suffering I had to endure to reach it. Unclouded by fear.
This is cool.
I could see it
Boom.
clearly in others.
There's a puzzle right here. Come on.
Even my
It's right here. It's done. Like, what do you need me to do?
fire of Surt.
Get closer?
And so, during
Come
one
on.
raid, I took my chance.
There we go.
Ran. knowing
There's
that
the
they
P.
would not follow. The fool ran into the fire.
Same here. Ghost of Tsushima served a wonderful purpose of my recovery through an operation. Yeah, definitely gonna have some rust for sure. But man, that game was awesome.
I wouldn't have made it without you.
Oh, I have to look at this through the outside, not from the inside. Yeah, the raid was awesome. And unfortunately, all I've seen from the raid is like the PvP add-on, which sounds okay. That's fine, whatever. But I was really, really hoping for another raid, like straight up a new... Oh, that would have been awesome. Some completely new content for Legends. And maybe there is, and I'm just... I read it wrong, and I didn't know. Alright, so I did this one. Juke, 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 juke. Go this way. I'm running as fast as I can. Ah, look at that. Boom. So now that door is open. So you solve puzzles by just like focusing on combinations of things in your environment. And earlier is when those things like shifted, so it wasn't a static environment, which made it very difficult. Let's see. Go over this way. There's like some cool thunderstorm stuff happening. What happens when I go through this gate? There's probably going to be another fire statue.
Senua.
Yep.
If I can survive the fire of Surt and escape my darkness,
So this whole fire trail that I've been working through is leading up to a boss called Surt. So I'm sure we'll get there soon.
run through the fire. Keep running. Go on. Nothing will stop me.
Oh gosh. Yikes. Keep running, nothing will stop you, right? Just run through the fire. She's on fire. Just keep going, right? Oh my goodness.
Don't. She's dying.
Stop, tap, and roll. Like. Jeez. Wow. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This darkness takes everything. Everyone.
Senua, are you sure you want to do this? We can fight this together, side by side. We always do.
This is my battle. I have to face it alone, away from here.
Where will you go?
I don't know.
For how long?
I don't know.
I believe in you. You know that. Just promise me that you will come back to me. I want you to say it.
So this is telling the backstory of why her husband's head is on her waist.
I will come back to you. I promise.
Come on.
she's pretty awesome.
Take his mark, and I will cheer you from being and forever be in your debt.
You destroyed everything, everyone, but not me. Fight me now.
Oh, alright, we got some boss fight action going. I guess that doesn't count as a block. Oh, that does. Uh-oh. Oh no! Oh, I didn't even get a chance to do anything. Jeez. So I have to look for that overhead swing. And he does this in patterns of 3. And then he grabs me. This could be the end of the end. Oh, you can press X to dodge through that. Here we go. Focus going. Probably should have dodged away from this. Here we go. Now I'm learning the patterns. Is this how you play Dark Souls? I dodged that. I'm just matching all of my attacks right now. He's done. Did I beat him? Is that it? I think that's it. Learn patterns until you... This time but the difference between Dark Souls and this is I only died once. And it put me right back in front of the boss fight. I didn't have to retraverse anything. I didn't lose anything. Nothing happened. I just died and try again. And it was easy. My favorite.
A greater battle takes its place. And so it goes.
There is a time and a place for difficult boss fights.
Until we fall.
I get it.
And in the end, we all fall. Even the gods have their time. Yet we still go on. Why?
I made a promise, and I will go to hell to keep
I
it.
die free, knowing you will carry my stories with you. I have fulfilled my quest.
Yes, you have.
When the darkness comes, I vow to guide you in this life and the next to fulfill yours.
Then I will see you in hell.
Be ready to face horror in the eye, as I have, to find your answers, your quest, your truth.
Yeah, get that trophies. Alright. Now where do I go?
Truth was a troubled man.
Truth. That's an interesting name.
Turned slave. They tortured him. Took him with them on their raids. Drove him to madness. Spreading this new form of darkness to new worlds.
trying to figure out where to go next. I think I need to go back to where I came from.
Senua saw a deep connection form between the Northmen and the darkness. His tales of hell were true. Then that was the source of it. She learned everything she could from him, until she too could see what he saw.
Back. So there's two split paths. There was the illusion boss and then there was the fire boss, and you get to pick which direction you want to go. I chose the illusion boss first. So now I'm headed back to the main room.
Have you ever died before? It's a serious question. When the illusion of self is shattered, you simply cease to be. Though it may not seem that way to others, you know when it is true. You can feel it. A stranger in your own body. An imposter. And nothing is the same ever again. Senua has died before, and she will do so again. You can be sure of that.
Do. That's a Sonic the Hedgehog song. I don't know why I'm thinking of that right now.
Mark of Valravan and the Mark of Surt. You may cross the bridge over the River of Knives to Helheim.
Going to hell. Here we go.
Why is she waiting? Open the gate. No, don't. No, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Don't open the gate. Don't. She's done it. It's so dark. It's dark. The darkness.
Now just listen to the story.
Only the dead may cross into hell.
Truth? Anyone?
There is no one here but me.
Not you.
Did you think that I would let you go? That you lost me back in the wilds?
It's a
I will never let
very
you go.
abrasive voice.
Can't get rid of me. I am your shadow. And I will be watching when you draw your last dying gasp.
That's pretty scary.
I'm not ready to die.
You will be when you see what they did to your dear beloved.
Ah, Dillian is his name. I'm not quite sure who all the characters are yet.
This waking nightmare, where all dreams come true. You searched for control, a way to pull through. When you were in love, you left him in tears, to smother your furies and banish your fears. But in darkness they came, through stormy black seas they raided these shores. Do you still hear his screams? And now that you're home, he's so far away. They've taken his soul. these gods you cannot pray. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through his darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. You fought for love unspoilt by your darkness within. You fought for your dreams. Now there's no way to win. In the head of his corpse lies the seat of his soul. So you must carry his vessel to bring him back home.
Jeez. Okay. There's the scary, right there.
They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through this darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart.
Yikes.
The darkness touched you. Everyone could see it in the hollows of your eyes. A gaze averted from life. You ran from it but brought it nearer. Led it to him. An endless suffering, worse than death. And you wanted to surrender, abandon and to find peace with the gods. No. The darkness won't allow it. So you will walk into the lair of the beast. Look it in the eye, and you will go to war. This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left.
Alright, straight up. Just gonna go right to hell and fight for the loved one's soul back, I guess. Alright.
The gods made you a warrior. It's your calling. Why suffer the past when there is a new road ahead? The only one that makes any sense.
And the moment like you get hit, you already hear voices. You're gonna die. Jeez.
It's nearly over.
Every gate you open into darkness brings another change.
Ow. Is this another boss fight? Or is it just a really big enemy?
Don't give up.
Yeah, look at that blocking. There we go.
Go again. Down.
Wow, boom. Combat's kind of fun in this game. an efficient block, and a light, and a heavy, and a parry, or a dodge. I like it. It's not overly complicated. And then this whole like slow focus mode thing that you build up and then you spend as like a special. Cool. Another Lorestone.
The journey to hell.
However you come to the gold-covered bridge that leads to hell, you may find
I have two-story things going on at once.
She will ask your name. She will ask your lineage. She will ask your business. The Northmen tell of the warrior woman Brynhild, who leapt into fire and rode to hell to join her slain love Sigurd, and is challenged.
Going around to solve the puzzles and get the things and do the stuff. There's the other one for chapter 4.
Hela possesses large dwelling places in Helheim. Tall are her walls, high are her gates. The name of her dish is hunger. Her knife is famine. On her threshold all will stumble. Her bed is called sick bed, and her bed hangings are called flames of a funeral pyre. They say she is easy to recognize, half black and half the color of flesh, and her face menacing and grim.
Dang. Come on, that's the S, right? I've nailed it. Don't tell me I'm supposed to get all 3 of them in one go. I bet you I am. Where do I go? Where do I go? bet you if I go up there, I can make that X. Let's go back up that way. Back up to the X. See if I can figure out this puzzle. There's a clue. Okay, now it's trying to tell me to zoom in. Yep, there's the S. Oh, yeah, do it up. Do it up. Alright, sweet. So I got the S. Where was the X? That. I feel like that puzzle I did in the jungle, like the very beginning of the game, was way harder than this one. Or the last couple have been. Maybe it's just because it's teaching you how to use the game and the systems and such. Now I need to go back out here. So it gives you hints. Like, yeah, here's where the X is, so start looking around. Like that. Is that really? X is around here somewhere. Oh. Bingo. Got it. Nice. Well, that was interesting. Where was that door? This way, straight ahead. Alright, moving right along.
The gate.
Oh, didn't expect another trophy so soon.
It's coming.
That song again.
Is it?
It's Hela.
Yes, the source of the darkness. It's coming. This is your moment.
Whoa.
I'm sorry. I can't watch this.
What are you doing? You're showing weakness. You're not a warrior.
This game is
You're
intense.
a disgrace. The gods will punish you for this.
Welcome to my stream. I just saw
Pick
the
up the
viewer number
sword.
pick up.
Pick
I'm
it
playing
up.
Ninja Theory's
The
Hellblade
darkness
Senua Sacrifice.
fights.
A very story-driven game with a little bit of
Get
combat, exploring the mental illness of
Get up.
psychosis.
Get up and fight.
As using like Nordic mythology as a setting. Definitely a horror-esque game.
Stormy seas and lost souls. She's dreamt of this before. They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts, and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake, and we only see what our inner eye creates for us? Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people
There's
fear
the crux of the whole game, right here.
Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
Is our reality twisted?
You failed the gods. You're pathetic. Rotten. Cursed. What were you thinking? Did you really think you could win? How stupid can you be? Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
The shadow
Look at you.
No.
A warrior. Worthless. Weak. Pathetic. Go on. Feel sorry for yourself, because there's no one left to do that for you. Take
Just like that little voice that speaks
If
to
you're
your
too
own
much
brain
of a
in the
coward
mirror.
to fight, then end the suffering. Broken and lost. Just like your sword.
Come on.
Jeez.
Why go on when you give everything and face that which torments you, only to find that it is worse than you could have imagined? Why go on? Is it really so weak to ask this? Or are we just so afraid of the honest answer that we do not dare pose the question? Sometimes the answer lies in a memory, a feeling, a song.
It's not real. It's a trick. It's not real.
There's like whispers, it's not real, it's a trick. Jeez. Maybe you're already dead. The Ninja Theory development team worked with mental health experts to craft how this game's story would be told through the eyes of someone who suffers from psychosis. So all the extra voices, and all of the chaos, and all of the uncertainty, and all of these things. Stuff we can relate to even. So it's not too abstract. Alright. I think there is a stone around here.
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father's in-bell made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney Plains. That was her world. Like this one. Barren and lonely.
Man, I feel like there's not a lot to say. It's like I don't want to talk over the good story. This game is a lot. So I'm sorry I'm not super talkative, but I don't really know what to add to this experience. It's just crazy. Crazy good.
Nothing lives here, not even you. It's in your mind. You think you can see it, but it's in your mind.
It's just like video game theater. You just come here and watch.
He
And
was.
not going to get too much commentary of me from me.
Saw play under the shade of a tree. She remembers the first time she saw him. To her young eyes, he moved as if dancing, and the world danced with him. The gloom lifted, and for the first time in years, she felt a ray of hope.
Okay. Let's go get this Lorestone.
The Northmen tell of a great hero. His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day, Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it. Many try, but the sword only comes out at Sigmund's touch. His brother-in-law, King Siggeir, wants it, but Sigmund refuses it, so King Siggeir plots revenge. He invites Sigmund and his brothers to a feast, but when they arrive, they are met with an army, not a warm welcome. King Siggeir captures Sigmund and his brothers, steals his covenant sword, and readies them for execution.
I want to hear the story. Oh. Alright. Backstory's cool.
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravens, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face.
To what end?
Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens.
Yuck. What does that she-wolf do to that honey on the face?
As the she-wolf licks the sweet honey from Sigmund's
I
face,
knew it.
he bites the wolf's
What?
tongue. The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund holds on. The chains break, and he is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Siggeir, believing him dead, as his sister plots revenge. And for vengeance to succeed, even the great Sigmund needs help. So she sends her sons to him. But their blood is weak and corrupted, and they're put to death by Sigmund. So his sister hatches a new plan, one that is cold of heart and pure of blood.
Yikes, the story just keeps going. It's not enough to escape a she-wolf.
Day after day, watching from afar, she mimicked him, perfecting her own secret dance, wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
Sigmund's sister trades shapes with a sorceress, and in disguise, she lies with her own brother.
Oh.
She gives birth to a son named Sinfjotli. After a time, she sends him to the forest to Sigmund. He tests the boy and finds him strong and fearless, and so they go to take their vengeance on King Siggeir. Luck is not
It's like
with us.
a messed up story.
They're captured, and Siggeir has them buried alive.
Jeez. It's a quick end to that whole story. Jeez. Okay. Being burned alive is definitely not the ideal way to go. It's kind of terrifying. Ooh.
Where is she going? What is she following? You can't even fight. It's just deception.
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss? If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew and dance with it, just like he does.
Yeah, this game is definitely very well done. Very well done.
Senua,
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zeno's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one.
Well, I watched you, and
You learnt all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Dillian. I'm here for the Warrior Trance. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who's supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are. But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all.
The Northmen took it.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy you.
He won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him They will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here!
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone!
You will die here.
No!
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Shut up! Dillian? Is that you? I'll find you, man. I promise.
Can you see him? You want to believe it. Is he not real? Is he there? You're alone in these mountains.
Yeah, this is a pretty deep and heavy
Lives
game.
Here.
For show.
You won't survive. You met him by the tree. She met him by the tree. Maybe it's a sign. The tree. What's he trying to tell you? He's waiting.
As
for you
Sigmund
by the
and
tree.
Sinfjotli are being buried alive,
Oh, buried. I heard
Sigmund's sister
burned.
throws
Still,
an
buried
armful
alive
of
is even more
straw
terrifying, I
into
think.
the grave mound. Hidden in the straw is Sigmund's sword,
Hey!
the gift of Odin. They cut their way out of the grave mound and set fire to Siggeir's hall. The king burns to death. Sigmund calls to his sister to come out, so that she may live and be honored. She does come out, but only to tell him the truth. That she had slept with him, her brother, to beget a strong avenger.
Messed
"I am
up.
not fit to live," she says, and walks back into the fire.
Jeez.
Strike vengeance from your heart, Senua, as there is always a heavy price to pay.
Excuse me. Yeah, for those joining the chat, sorry I'm not super talkative. I just don't really, like I said earlier, I don't really know what to add to the game story. It's just a big watch along with me.
And here is the end of Sigmund's story. He was a fierce and great warrior who fought many battles. But one day, an old man came onto the battlefield. Although shadowed by a hood, Sigmund saw that he only had one eye. The man raised his spear, and Sigmund struck at it with his sword, but the sword shattered into pieces.
Oh.
Sigmund then knew that this was Odin, and thus that victory could not be his. He bowed his head and accepted his end. Dying, he tells his wife that she is with child, and that her son will one day make a great weapon out of the fragments of his sword. The sword named Gram.
You don't pronounce that last R. It's Grom. Okay. First time I ever heard of Odin was from Final Fantasy, so there's that. Don't really know much about who Odin is. So I guess I gotta go back up to that tree. Oh, it's a sword.
Take it. A sword. Take it. Dillian left
Sigmund.
you. Take it.
That's cool that the Lorestones like describe the whole backstory of all that. It's the one Odin stuck in the tree and left it there. Nothing's ever easy, huh?
It's ending. It's coming from there.
Sorry, did I say Odin? I think I meant Thor.
Look, where's it coming from? She started something.
What's happening?
Senua, imagine a sword that can slay gods.
Oh, that's Graham. Okay.
Its name is Gramr, It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said the great warrior can reforge ground by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the tree of death will take you to new lands, where you will face the trials.
Go to the shards. Go to the shards.
Ooh,
What's the shard?
that sounds fun.
Find it.
It's the metal runestones.
It's in front of you. Find it. The metal. The runes. You need that sword. Go to the shard. Find it. There it is. Focus. There's the shard. Focus. Focus. Use your eyes. Look. Get closer. What can you
A king in the north forced the dwarves to make a sword that would never fail and never rust, and that would slice through iron and stone and bring victory to its bearer.
Sounds like Game of Thrones stuff going
The angry
on.
dwarves cursed it. It would be the death of a man every time it was drawn, and it would be the death of the king. Let me tell you about the sword Tyrving.
Tyrving.
I don't recognize this place.
Where are we?
Huh.
Where is she?
It feels wrong. Where are we now? Burial mound. So strange that we go to such lengths to bury death. Something so very ordinary, inevitable. It's as if we conspire to hide death, because we have no answer for it. But when it comes, it forces itself onto our friends or loved ones. Then comes the reckoning.
She's not wrong.
You can feel the dead.
Senua, you remind me of a story that the Northmen tell about a young woman warrior. Her name is Hervor, the daughter of a berserker, born after he was killed. She's a wild, willful child who teaches herself to fight with weapons. When she learns where her father is buried, her only desire is to reclaim the treasure buried with him, but above all, the sword, Tyrving.
Yet another sword named. I wonder if I'll get that one too.
Don't go in there. Go in. You have to go in. Take the torch. It's too dark. Take it. This will help you. You have to be able to see.
I do have to be able to see. That would be nice. Nope. That's a whole bunch of nope.
Who's there? Dillian, I'm here. I'm here for the trials. Like when we first met. I'll find him.
What was that? Did you hear that? Nothing. Was that voices?
Hervor disguises herself as a man to join a band of warriors, and soon becomes their leader. When they come to the island where her father is buried, her men do not want to go ashore. They say that evil haunts the island, and that it is a worse place by day than other places are by night. Fearless, she lands alone. There are many grave mounds, and all of them have ghostly flames burning over them. She comes to the grave mound of her father after passing through these ghostly fires, as though they were mist. The flames I passed through were real enough. Damn the Northmen to hell.
Well, here's an example of screen space reflections. A very unrealistic flame reflection in the puddle in front of me that definitely should not be there. And if this was ray traced, you would not see the exact replica of my torch flame magically appearing in front of me as if there was someone else standing with a torch over that lake or that puddle. So there you have it. And our episode about lighting and reflections, screen space reflections, perfectly showcased right here. Cube maps. It's almost like the reflection needs to be turned
Touch the walls.
You don't know what they might do.
Turn back.
clockwise 180 degrees
She has to
to
keep
even
going.
come
It's
close
not
to make
fair.
sense.
She has to keep going.
If you go down there, no one can see. I can hear him.
It's too scary.
Within the burial mound, Hervor calls on her father to wake from death and bring her his sword. She says that it is not seemly for the dead in their grave mounds to bear valuable weapons. Her father answers with words of warning. You go to your doom. Baleful runes surround you. You have gone mad. You have lost your mind. Your thoughts are confused. It is dangerous to wake the dead. Like I said, she reminds me of you.
Yikes.
He's going to save you.
Find the voice.
Find him.
It's not him. It's not him.
We told you. We told you it was a trick.
This has Lost Woods vibes. Infinite corridors that just loop around.
That voice doesn't sound like Dillian.
What's happening? It's not him, it can't be.
That sound, the voice is changing.
That's
Hervor ignores her father's warnings. The grave mound opens, and it seems to be full of fire. Again, Hervor demands her inheritance, but her father warns her that the sword is cursed and would be the bane of her family. But he relents and brings her the sword. She leaves the island with it, but the curse holds true, and death would follow in the years to come. And so, Senua, the misdeeds of a father have cursed his daughter.
How does she get there?
Maybe you can't.
There's no way in.
Find a way.
There has to be a way.
Find a way.
There's always a way.
Don't stop now. Don't give up now. Find a way.
You're too close to stop.
What's in there?
Now I have to navigate this maze. Can I light that torch? That would be helpful. Yeah. At least that'll let me know where I've been. And there's another torch lit over there, so it's probably not where I want to go. That's probably exactly why the torches exist in this stuff. So you can figure out where you've been and not go that way. Did I figure it out? Is this it?
Quiet.
Seems so.
He wants me to find him. I'm lost without him. That voice. It's not Dillian.
Nope. Who they gonna be? Everything's distorted.
Find another way. It's not working.
You have to use your mind. Where can you go?
You're failing. Find a
Think. Think. Focus. Use
Guess I
She doesn't recognize it. Yes, you do. You know it.
went the wrong way.
Listen for his voice. Listen, Dillian. Where are you? For his voice, Dillian. She can't hear it.
Okay. Continuing to go away from my lit torches. Okay. Always pick the unlit path. I'm assuming that's how this works. Just pick at random. Continuing to light the torches as I go. It's very dark. Don't know where I'm going. Cannot put termite through this stuff.
There he is. There he is.
Oh.
Dillian, there he is. Finally.
You found him. What's wrong? What happened? Can you hear me?
How did you let him go?
Just wait there. I'll find you.
Can't walk through these gates.
You have to use everything you have and find him. Get him back. He was just there. How could you lose him? How could she lose him? How could she? Find him.
Man, the voices in your head are ruthless. Make you feel terrible. It's not my fault everything was locked. Come on. Huh. Am I supposed to... Oh, this is where I started. Wow. That's cool. Let's get a walkthrough of that one. Escape the labyrinth. Okay, see if I can find the right room here to pick up a trail that I have not been on before. Definitely been back here already. Listen to light. Okay. Definitely Lost Woods vibes going on. Except instead of resetting entirely, it's just a labyrinth to just know which way to go. I'm not directionally sane enough for this stuff. Come on now. Yeah, I already got that. I wonder if the shields hanging up on the wall mean anything.
What's different? There's a clue. Light the torch. Light it. Look for the torch. Light it.
I did light the torch.
Help you see. Where are we? She has no idea.
You're right. I don't have a clue. Yeah.
You think that sound is Dillion's voice? It's a trap. You put me right into their. They have you right there. How could you? You think that voice is Dillion's? It's not. It's beckoning you to your death.
I found a video and I'm looking to see if I can figure out where that video is. But this could be it, maybe? Might not need the video. Gonna keep going where I haven't lit stuff up. This may be the trick. Follow the sound of the creepy thing and... Yep. This gotta be it, right?
Dillion wants me to face my fears.
Yeah! Didn't even need a walkthrough. Is there another boss fight, I wonder?
Father. I'm leaving. I've decided. I think it will be good for me.
It's the darkness. It's speaking through
No,
you.
Dad, it's me. I think I can beat it. In my own way.
I can see the darkness in your eyes, child.
I met a boy.
Boy.
The chief had some.
No.
He said he could help me.
It's a trick.
He said I could be normal.
Normal.
Yes.
No boy is going to save you. No one can. When they see the rot growing inside you,
No.
they will turn their back on you. The gods can only fix you through my hand. You're going nowhere.
No.
You will not defy the gods. Come, child, take my hand. Come. Senua.
I am leaving.
You cannot escape the darkness. Your curse will make everyone suffer. You will have blood on your hands!
So dark.
It's done. You did it, but there's more. There's more. You're tired. You have to keep going. There's still more. There's always more to do. It's not going to be easy. You're getting tired. Can you do another one? It's too much. Have you got the energy? She hasn't got the energy. No. Too much to do.
I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Baldur,
Baldur!
the second son of Odin. He was beautiful, good, and wise.
That's that guy who couldn't feel pain, right?
He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
By the hand of Kratos, right? Different worlds, different lore. I can dream. I think it was Baldur. I could be mistaken. This game makes him out to be a good guy. He was definitely not a good guy. Whoa.
Focus on the mark. Where are we? What is this? It's the same. It's another world.
Crazy.
It's lighter. It's nicer. The bridge. It's not broken. It's fixed. What happened?
The bridge is fixed.
The bridge is fixed. Let's cross it.
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Baldur. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Baldur dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Baldur's mother makes everything in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness. Swear an oath not to harm her son. One by one, they each make their vow.
There you go.
Neither
Nor
weapons nor
wood will injure him. Huh.
Baldur's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused.
He loves you. Dillian, we're here.
Interconnected
Dillian,
stories
we're here.
from multiple different IPs. Marvel Cinematic Universe with Loki and Hela, Ragnarok and Odin and Thor, and then God of War with Baldur. So cool. Thanks, media, for teaching me things about Nordic mythology. Again, it looks like I know what I'm doing because I'm following a walkthrough.
Go through it. It's dangerous. Follow it.
You might hear the click of the spacebar as I play and pause the video, but no shame. Whatever. Saves time.
Dillian, there he is. What are you waiting for? Quick, find a way. Find him. Go. Where is he? Where's he gone? We're in the wrong world. He's not here. She's in the wrong world. He's not in this world. He's in the other one. He's in the other one. He's in the dark world. The dark. The dark.
The world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light. Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillian taught her to see further. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of color stretching away from the gloom. And Senua explored new paths into the unknown.
Is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe? I did not ask the mistletoe, Baldur's mother confesses. I thought it was too young. Oh dear.
Oh, a weakness. Interesting.
Dillian undoes the curse.
Ah, the light makes the F-looking lower thing.
Dillian saved her.
You owe your life to Dillian.
Senua,
Nice.
you owe He's gone.
He's in the dark world.
He's gone to the dark world.
You're in the wrong world.
He's in the other world.
The dark world.
Without you. Just strangled him.
It's open. Like, why can't I open it?
It's all your fault. It's all your fault.
You're
Oh,
cursed.
did I miss a story beat here before I could open this door?
He saw who she could be.
He
Was I
saw
supposed to
who
do
she
something
really
in here with
was.
him?
He saw the warrior within.
Does it feel warm? Do you feel safe?
Dillian loves you.
Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to come from this way? The video walkthrough I'm showing is at night, and there's no chain on that second door. So let's go see what that's about. Maybe I have to open it there and then go back.
Open the gate.
She can't.
Open the gate.
Yeah,
It's
these locked.
Try harder.
She can't.
Try harder. Okay.
She
Just
will.
push harder on the metal. It's fine. I am getting sleepy. It is not late enough for me to be sleepy.
Dillian's in the tower.
He's there.
So now I gotta go over here, look through the mask, get into the other dark world, and then go through that door, I hope.
She should have listened to you.
Why didn't she listen to her?
She thought she could defy them.
Let us see if that's how it works. Yep.
There he is.
Where are you taking
He's
me?
up there.
He's up there.
How do you get up there?
There's a way.
He doesn't know.
There is a way up there.
Find the way.
She can do it.
I have to like line up the image to make the stairs. Okay.
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe.
Ah,
Goes
Loki's
to
the one that
gods
does
as
that,
they
huh?
Throw things at Baldur.
Look what happens to them.
The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki
A little bit
asks
different than
why
God
he
of War,
wasn't
but I'll
killed.
take it.
Huth says, I cannot see where Baldur stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon. Loki replies, here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands. And Huth throws the mistletoe at Baldur. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror,
Ah.
Baldur is killed.
Listen to your father when you had the
And
chance.
for this, Huth is slain.
His
Huth.
past has tortured you, and it tortures me.
Not exactly how God of War played out, but that's not the authoritative source for Nordic mythology, so it'll be okay. I do want to look up the ending of God of War, though, and see how the whole Baldur thing played out.
You have blood.
The Northmen tell how the
It's been
gods
too long.
mourned Baldur. His body was to be burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea, and sent for a giantess to do it. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Baldur's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes and the rollers burst into flames. When Baldur's wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief, and she dies.
Jeez.
She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit, sending the dead to hell. But even so, the gods cannot accept his death.
So do they send him back? What does it mean that the gods can't accept his death? What is that?
She thought she had light within her when she was born. She is pure darkness.
Man, dying is fascinating.
Do you know? Was it worth it?
You're still alive and Dillian's dead. He doesn't deserve to be dead.
How does that make you feel?
Overcome with grief, the gods send Hermod to ride to Hell and ask Hela to let Baldur return home. All the gods are weeping, he says. Are they? Asks Hela. We shall see if he is truly missed. If everything in the world will weep for him, he shall go back to the gods. But if even one thing refuses, Baldur stays with me.
That's a big
The gods
ask.
send messengers everywhere. Weep for Baldur. Weep him out of hell. And everything wept. Men, beasts, earth, stone, trees, metal, everything. Except for a giantess they find in a cave. Baldur was never my friend, she says. Let hell keep what she has. The Northmen say that the giantess must have been Loki in disguise.
That sounds about right. God of mischief.
Do you remember the way he touched you?
Oh.
Nobody will love her now.
Can you remember what love feels like?
Look what happens to the
You
things
controls. She destroys.
So that's how you get over here. Neat. Very interesting puzzle mechanics. I have to say, I'm way more interested in the Norse mythology Lorestones than I am Senua's story herself.
Killed him with your love because he believed in you.
Do you remember how he made you feel?
The Northmen tell how the gods punished Loki for Baldur's death. They captured him and took him to a cave. They fetched his 2 sons and turned one into a wolf, and he ripped his brother apart. The gods used Loki's own son's entrails to tie him down, and turned these bonds to iron, and dangled a poisonous serpent over his face, so that its venom would drip onto him.
That's
Each
a
time the
horrible
venom drips
death.
onto Loki's face, he writhes in agony. The Northmen say that is the cause of earthquakes. A reminder, perhaps, that if even gods must accept death, then so must we.
Jeez.
Cared in a way that nobody else did.
Alright, so now I gotta figure out the actual puzzle to get out of here. I don't remember where to go, because I was just following a guide for the Lorestones, because those are the collectibles. So, it looks like I have unlocked this whole area. Okay, here we go. I'll go through here. Alright, so I gotta do this stuff. And I think I know where the S is. The arrow, the M, and
Years
the
had
S.
passed since she left her father. She trained hard.
Now that everything is
alongside her
open, I
friend.
think it should be relatively simple to
Dillian.
figure out. Alright, this is where the arrow
She
is.
saw things no one else could. Patterns.
So,
Movements.
let's see where the arrow might be.
An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior.
Bingo.
Friendship turned to love. But the shadow of darkness never let her go.
Okay,
She was
got
caught
that.
between two worlds.
Wasting your time just to leave.
That of Zinbel and her past.
There's a shadow with the S
And
up
Dillian.
here.
A future. To reality.
Bingo.
Tearing at her soul.
They mean nothing.
Special.
What is it? It's a backwards S, so I need to get on the outside of it. Alright.
What if the gods are laughing at
Da,
them?
da, da, da.
It wouldn't be this.
First time.
Bingo.
What if this is
Alright, so now I just gotta find the M.
What are you doing? Why did you think you could make this work?
Let's see if it's up here
Runes, you
in
see, runes
the
everywhere.
Dark World.
Everywhere. What if they don't actually make sense?
gods were lying? If you think it makes sense, but really the gods
Yep.
are playing with you.
It makes sense in your mind, but it
Bingo.
doesn't make sense.
Worlds.
Wasting your
You have no time for this. Speed up.
These rooms mean
Too bad I can't just drop down there, that'd be nice. But instead I gotta run around, all slow.
they're going to watch you for
This is sprinting, by the way.
nothing most precious.
I am holding L1. That's what the control scheme is.
Is get in the way.
If they are just to tire you out, to make you weak before the battle. Your curse has claimed Dillian.
Dillian. He didn't know he was kind.
This is a major chunk of the game, almost done. I think if I played for another hour and a half or 2 hours, I'd probably be done with the whole thing. But I'm probably gonna wrap it up here soon in about 5 minutes.
There he is.
Dillian never much cared for the underworld, and looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Zinbel. I guess he took after his father, a chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see, and he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillian's arms, learned to see the world through his eyes. And slowly, the darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel.
You're going to fall. Careful.
No, she's not. She's not going to fall. She's strong. She's steady. She can do it. You can do it, Senua.
Whoa.
It's your fault. He's disappeared. You've lost him to the sea. He's gone. He's gone to the water.
Senua. Your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can.
Mm-hmm.
My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. Should we fix them by taking away their sight? Would you give up the beautiful world that you, and only you, can see just to be rid of your nightmares? Or is this the price you pay for the gift you have? A gift that makes you so special in my eyes. Just another part of the person I love.
I left for the wilds to protect you from my darkness. Because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
What if this is pointless? What if you're wrong? What if this is nothing to do with the soul? What if we're wrong? The soul will never be yours. What if this is the end? It's just a trick. It's just a pointless test. You've been fooled before, you could be fooled again. You're being tested. You don't know. It's just their game for
How do I
you.
get back up
You never
there?
know which way it's going to go.
Weird. Maybe I can't get back up there. I want to make sure I go the right way for the next level. It's according to this walkthrough. It looks like there's a non-linearity to it where I can choose where I want to go. But I want to make sure that I follow the walkthrough there so I can pick up where I left off easily. I think I'm going to end before I go into this shard because I'm tired and sleepy, and this game is deep and crazy, and by crazy I mean good and different and fantastic. Being able to see the world through the eyes of someone else and kind of appreciate and understand that mental illnesses aren't necessarily that. They could be just a different perspective of things. So it's an often overlooked perspective of mental illness and differences. So appreciating how others view the world is definitely the message that this game is pushing so far, and I love it. I'm here for it. It's awesome. I'm going to mute the game because that is an obnoxious sound. Alright, so now it's just me. So, I'm Termite of 80-Bit Pod Smash. Thank you for joining my stream. It was a very quiet chat, a very quiet player, a very somber game. No reason why, it just ended up being that way. I didn't realize that Senua's sacrifice was that deep and kind of tragic and meaty, but it is. And normally I will I engage in chat a little more, so if you're watching this on YouTube for video on demand consumption, make sure you head on over to twitch.tv/80bitpodsmash and subscribe to us there so you can be made aware of when we come and go. Monday night we usually have a newscast where we run through the weekly video game news, and this past week we missed because Penguin's wife had a baby, and so they're taking care of the little one and adjusting to family visits and such. Next week I will be on travel, so we probably won't have yet another news, but Penguin should be on for streaming on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. where we usually play a game that we're digging, something we're walking through on our own. So look out for him next week. We also have our podcast that goes live every Monday at midnight, and we have our next version of, or the next edition, iteration, whatever you want to call it, of the best video games of all time, going through 2007 and 2008. That episode is going to go live on Monday, so look for that as we discuss the best video games of all time through various years. And you can find our podcast at 80bitpodsmash.com, a landing website with all of our podcast platforms of your choice, as well as our social media outlets where you can give us your thoughts, comments, questions, concerns, and ideas. Would be awesome. So without further ado, I will see you next week.